Yo, we back again for another episode of The Real Spill.
Yes,
we got my man's DJ Velle Vell in the building with us. DJ Velle Vell, what's going on, my guy?
Ah, man, I can't call it. Still out here like a workaholic.
Yeah, always, man. I know you always working, dog, so I definitely appreciate you, taking the time out to sit down with us for a second, man.
Always, you my guy.
Yup, you already know, man, and vice versa.
For sure.
So where we at today, my boy?
Man, today you are in my place of peace, my sanctuary, my church home. We are at Good News in the Neighborhood in Palatine, Illinois.
Okay, and why we was here? What we had going on today?
I needed you to come through and record some content. As usual, we had a big special event, a couple things that was going on today. Outreach for my church, as well as me DJing for the event, and a launch of my cousin and I's juice business.
Okay.
Yeah, so we debuted that today, passed out samples, and I provided the vibes as usual. Yeah.
All right, always, facts. And what was the name of the company?
Fresh Vibes Juice Company.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Pour your wellness is our motto.
Okay, I dig that.
Yes,
I saw a lot of people, it seemed like it was a hit. A lot of people was, they was getting their samples, and some people was pre-ordering some of it, so.
Yes, sir. Definitely a successful event.
Okay.
Yes.
Fresh Vibes Juice Company, I dig that.
Yes.
Yeah, this was a cool event. We came through, I saw you doing your thing per usual, getting the crowd engaged, jumping on the mic like you do, man.
Yes, sir.
So I already know how you get down.
Okay.
But I wanted the people that don't know DJ Velle Vell to get in tune, get to know a little bit more about you, and really kind of get to know the person, behind the DJ sets. So where'd you grow up at?
Man, on the southeast side of Chicago, off of 67 and East End.
Okay. What was life like growing up in that area?
Man, tough neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Kids was rough and tough, but, no different from any other kid growing up on the southeast side.
Okay.
Yeah.
What school you go to? Man,
I went to CVS for 2 years, 2 years, and then graduated from Glenbard East High School.
What made you start DJing, bro? Like, when did you start and what made you start?
Man, I started DJing later in life, but I've always had a love and a passion for music ever since I was young. I was mentioning to someone the other day about how I found myself sneaking, listening to Elton John records, Aerosmith, Pantera, all these different genres of music, just because my passion for music, which is what kind of cultivated that into a career of being a DJ.
Okay. I feel that. How long have you been DJing?
Man, I would say in all about 7 years, because I got my equipment and I was what you call a bedroom DJ, as they say in the industry, for about 2 years before I felt confident enough to actually start going out and booking gigs or getting booked for gigs.
Okay.
Yep.
A bedroom DJ.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. What's the history behind that? Like, why do they call it that? What does that mean?
A bedroom DJ is somebody who just kind of DJs for themselves, as an enthusiast, you know what I mean? So you're kind of just at home and learning, or maybe it might just be a bashful thing that you're not confident enough to go out and play in front of anybody else, if that makes sense.
I get that.
At least that's what it means to me. Don't kill me, DJ World, if I got the wrong answer.
But no, I get you though. Like, you ain't really actually, put your skills out there on the forefront in front of people in clubs, etc. You kind of just working the kinks out in private.
Yeah, because it's art, and you're just not confident enough to let nobody see your art.
Okay, I get
or
that.
Or anybody's critiques of it.
You seem pretty confident now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I've been doing it for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? I done put them, 10,000 hours? Is that what they say?
Man.
So I'm pretty deep into them 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Maybe ain't quite hit a jazz yet, but I'm pretty deep into that 10,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You only been DJing 7 years, man?
Yes. Total. Professionally, let's see, going on 4 years professionally? Yeah.
4 years?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man. You got all this business that you've been having?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's all grace be to God. We are here in my church home, which is my foundation, my rock that kind of keeps me grounded and keeps me humble, keeps me realizing that none of this would be possible if it wasn't for God. I spent a year, all my adult life, being blue collar, and now I decided to chase and live my dream, man, and that's exactly what been egging and pulling at my heart. So when I finally answered that call, God took care of the rest, and He is keeping His promises, as I like to say.
That's fast,
He's
God.
keeping His promises.
He will do it. He will do it. I'm glad you seeing as much success as you have been, man. Because I know we locked in, about probably going now a couple years ago.
Yeah, man. At my cousin's graduation party, man. That was our first event. You drove all the way out to Moni, and that was cracking, man. It was popping. Everybody loved the vibe, loved the energy that you were bringing, man, and they were real comfortable in front of the camera. And so I do appreciate you capturing that moment, man, because I look back at that now and be like, man, we came a long way.
A long way in a little bit of time, too, because I saw you doing your thing at that time, and you was already established from my point of view. This is just my first time meeting you, but you already had you had your logo, your brand. You know what I'm saying? You already had clientele, and you already had your setup prepared. So I didn't get this ain't a guy who hasn't done this for multiple years. You know what I'm saying? But in just that little time, I've seen that how much you've improved even since then. You're always working on your mixes, your cut, scratches, I don't know all the terminology, but I see you working on it each time, and each time that I've came to one of your performances, it's been better than the last, and you've had newer equipment each time. Yeah,
absolutely, man, and that's just the power of evolution. Those are the lessons and principles that I've learned over life. You know what I'm saying? When you put the work in, is what you're going to get back. You know what I'm saying? Returns or deposits in, that's how you're able to go ahead and make withdrawals,
Okay.
So,
that's facts, and you've definitely been putting the work in, dog.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so tell us, we just mentioned a couple events and just the multitude of events that you've been doing. Do you have some specific ones in mind that you just want to tell people, like some that you really enjoy doing, or are they all, do you just enjoy doing all of them? Is there any ones that stand out specifically?
Man, that's a good question. I can't say that anyone necessarily jumps out at me in the moment. I think the more intimate ones is the ones that I enjoy and remember most, the backyard parties.
Okay.
Being around that family heavy orientation, the 90th birthday parties, the graduation parties, the, just anything that's real small and intimate or family oriented. Those are the ones that really stick out to me, because I know music cultivates a vibe, and that's what I try to do. I try to play the right song to fit the moment, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? When you in that backyard partying and y'all vibing, and the Isley Brothers drop, groove with you. I can't really sing like that, but y'all get it. You there? So,
hey, I hear you, dog. Hey, also, it was a motto that you said to me before when we was having conversation. I might misquote it, so if you could correct the quote for me, but I think you said music to you is like a time travel.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So could you say that to me again so I can get it right?
Elaborate on that. And this is self-made too, and so don't nobody go putting a signature on it, because this is my stamp.
It's stamped on here.
Absolutely. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. So, what I say is music is the closest that we can come to time traveling, because it takes you back to that place and that time when you hear a particular song, from when you maybe had your first kiss, or maybe when you got into your fight, or maybe even lost your put the bleep of the edit in that. So, but anyway, it just takes you back to that place and that time and that moment, and it, mentally. So that's why I say music is the closest that we can come to time traveling. Yeah. And, that pretty much sums it up. Yeah.
No, that's facts. Because when you said that, man, sometimes it'd be the most simple thing someone could say that resonate with you. When you said that, I was like, that make a lot of sense, because I do have certain songs will come on that I hear, maybe ain't heard them in a while. Man, that take me right back to the place that I was at, that I haven't thought about in the last 5-6 years or so, and it's just it's almost like a deja vu type thing. Like, absolutely. I've been here before.
And see, and this is the thing that us as melanated people, we are a musical people, and this is how we translate it in, from our ancestors through music. The wade in the waters, and they communicated through songs. So that's why when we hear certain music, our spirits resonate with that, and we feel the ancestral energy cultivating and kind of flowing through your body when you hear certain songs. So that's why I say music is so powerful, and it's so much more deeper than what meets the surface, if that makes sense, So it's spiritual. It's pretty much what I'm trying to say, and I look for that. I look for certain songs to resonate in that. So you think about, just to give you a good example, What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. Mm-hmm. Marvin Gaye was explaining the time and the era of what was going on, which was the civil rights and the black movement revolution. You know what I'm saying? That they were going through, and he was explaining what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Brother, man, can't you see? You know what I'm saying? They trying to, do all this ish to me. You know what I mean? If you listen to those songs and really break down the meaning, you could really time travel back to that place and time and put yourself in that moment when they was in the 60s fighting for the revolution and the rights that we have today. So that's why I say it's just so much deeper than just being a DJ. I'm educating, people on history, time traveling, So
okay.
People come up to me and ask me, what's that record you just played? Oh, that's, JB Smooth, and, or somebody, they probably, Amos Milbourne. Like, man, who is that? The inventor of rap. He came out in the 1930s, he was the first rap artist,
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that. So you providing the vibes, but you also like that aspect of kind of educating them on it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And adding the essence of spirituality as well, because I'm deep and big on spirituality and deep in my faith. So.
Okay, yeah. Absolutely, which is why we're here today.
Yes, sir.
I did want to ask you, what do you love most about DJing?
Man, just curating energies and vibes and people, seeing people smile, and I live for that person turning around looking at me going, that's my song. Oh, I ain't heard that in I don't know since when. You taking me back, DJ. All of the comments, and that's what I do it for, man. Not the money, you know what I'm saying? Just to see, people having a good time and enjoying the vibes that I provide.
Okay, I feel that.
Yes, sir.
Next 5 years, where do you want to see yourself? DJ-wise or just in life? Man,
that is a great question, man. It's tough for me to answer that because I feel like, you ever heard the mantra that if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan? That's kind of how I feel about that, man.
Okay.
I can't speak to it, but I feel like it would be minimalizing where I feel like God is taking me, because I know that this is God ordained. This is my purpose, my mission in life. Mm-hmm. And I hear the call and I'm answering it now. So for me to say where I see myself in the next 5 years would probably minimalize where I'm going to be in the next 5 years. So I just know I see myself doing this, DJing, and being able to provide for all of those I'm responsible for taking care of.
No, I feel that, dog. Yeah. And that's the answer.
Yes, sir.
Wherever God leads you, that's what you expect to be in the next 5 years or so. Okay, I feel that. Tell me a little bit about your inspirations. Like, it could be, like I said, just in life, like whether it's just people in your life, some things that motivated you or motivate you to, keep pushing each day, or it could just be, DJ wise, what have you. Just tell me some inspirations of yours.
Man, another great question. Mm-hmm. I can say in a particular order, my God.
Absolutely.
My Lord and Savior is my motivation. Second would be my daughter, Harlem, and then third would be my business. Me being a DJ. Okay. Those are the things that inspire me to keep going, to keep pushing, man, to be better and do better. I'm building. I'm in a season of building. In my 40 club.
Okay.
Yes,
I hear you on that, dog.
Yeah.
I did want to mention one specific event that I enjoyed that you did your thing at. It was for your guy James. Is James a member of your church, or how you get locked in with James?
Man, James and I, oh man, we go way back. I met James years ago in my 20s. We met through mutual friends, and we just stayed locked in. We both had similar spirits. He was heavy in the church and further along in his spiritual journey, and he kind of took me under his wing, and we ended up. I was going to Sweet Holy Spirit on the southeast side for some time with Bishop Larry D. Trotter, and that's where James and I cultivated that relationship. But of course, as we got older, he moved away and I did, but we always just stayed in contact. But that's my prayer warrior, my prayer brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. And yeah, I brought that up because, man, that event, you had me come shoot it. You told me it's going to be real, fancy, real nice in a banquet hall and everything. Yeah. I didn't expect him to be basically redoing his vows to his wife. Yes. And I don't believe she expected it either. I think that was
that was the surprise. Yeah. That was
because it was their anniversary. I think 30-year anniversary or something like that.
Yeah, correct.
And what I liked about that event with you knew how to switch it up. You know, the other events that we did prior to that one, we was kind of doing, in the clubs, like you said, the backyard parties, things of that nature. Yeah. And then we get to this event and you completely, changed your setup, changed your genre of music, your clothing. You showed up and prioritized the event.
Absolutely.
And that stood out to me because some people don't know how to switch it up.
Yeah, no doubt.
No doubt. That just is what it is. I ain't saying nothing about it, but that just is what it is. So seeing you just know how to adapt to the situation, I think that's one of your better traits as well.
Thank you.
And so what's some of your favorite genres of music to play?
Man, I am a smorgasbord of music, man. There is no favorite. Per se, because it just depends on what day of the week it is. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in my hip hop bag one day and stuck in that, and even there's subgenres to that, because if hip hop bag be 06 Gucci, Jeezy, Trap, I'm stuck in that all week, OJ, and then next week I'm in my golden era of hip hop with Nas, Jay-Z, and Big, and so I'm just all the way all over the place, man. When it comes to music, I can't really say that I have a particular favorite because I just love all types of music, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I feel that. Yeah. I know before we shot the interview, just us just talking, you was mentioning house music though. What's up with that, man?
Man,
is that one of your top though?
It's definitely. Yeah, it's definitely top 5, if I'm honest about it. It's definitely top 5, man. How can you be from Chicago and not love house music?
True.
And my cousin, she in the background pointing, raising her hand. I'm gonna let the chat beat her up, man. Yeah, how could you be from Chicago and not love house? And I come from that, growing up on the east side, like I mentioned previously, I was into juke music, as they call it, but on the south side, we all call it house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was my version or my generation of house music. You know what I'm saying? DJ Clint, Sluggo, Puncho, just to name a few. DJ Malcolm, who I had a pleasure of working with and working under because I was in final phase. Yes, I did use the footwork. I know it may not look like it, but I did. So that's how I kind of got introduced to the DJ, and I was enamored by the DJs then. I just never thought about jumping on the turntables, and nobody kind of came and said, hey, come on, shorty. Well, I take that back. V-Dub, he did, V-Dub, but that's a whole nother story. He was a DJ at Jackson Park, Fieldhouse, off of 63rd and Stony, right across the street from the Y. And he used to be in that little side room, turntables, big, huge speakers, man. We'd be in there playing ball, and he'd be in there just going crazy, making house tracks, cats be footworking, battling. So those are some of my earlier memories, man, of being introduced to the DJ, man, being in those parks, behind the museum, and them guys just rocking the party, know, so.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out DJ V-Dub too. Yeah. I had spoke with V-Dub one time, and just reaching out to him, I'm just getting started on my own, right, for advice and stuff.
Yeah.
Cool dude, sometimes you reach out to him, you don't get a response back from certain people. He reached out, gave me some valid information. So definitely shout out to DJ V-Dub for sure.
Yeah.
And while we on the subject of DJs, man, I know you be doing work at Chemistry.
Okay.
You in routine, you do some sets at Chemistry. When is that? Every Wednesday or so?
Yeah, no, actually I go there to do networking. So
Okay,
that is the
network.
business acumen that you're speaking to, that you see where I have cultivated a relationship with Sean Mack, DJ Rose, Joe Global. Those are some guys that I'm still, cultivating relationship and looking to do some business ventures with in the near future.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, I had seen a few photos of you guys talking and everything. How was that, man? Because I know Sean Mack, one of the more prominent DJs in Chicago and
Yeah,
everything.
absolutely.
And so I'm on social media. I see you, you in the pictures, you cooling
Yes,
with
sir.
him.
Yeah.
You at the sets. I'm like, damn, my boy is working up through the ranks, man. He doing his thing.
No
So
doubt.
just, how's that feel to just be like even in that circle at this time, in a sense?
Yeah, surreal is a good word to describe it. That's the only word that comes to mind, man, is it feels surreal. It feels like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? I jokingly say this, but it feels like I'm skipping the line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a degree, because there's DJs that have been out here for years that haven't been able to elevate to the level that I've been able to elevate to. But I give all, again, glory and honor to praise be to God, because if
Absolutely.
it wasn't for him, none of this would be possible. But to be in that room with somebody like Sean Mack, who I consider legend, you know what I'm saying, in the DJ world, and give him the utmost respect, man. I respect him behind the ones and twos. So I am definitely an admirer of his work. So, and it feels great, man, just to be seeing him work the crowd and command the attention, and that's what I come to admire most about him, is his stage presence. But I take a little bit from every DJ that I see. So it's a myriad of guys that I could speak to that I've taken a little bit from.
What's something interesting about Velle Vell that people don't know? I know that's kind of spur of the moment question. I don't like to really talk myself up either. But if you could, what's something that you want people to know?
Man, that is a great question, and I have a great answer.
Okay.
Because I am very keen on listening to the Spirit, and the Spirit that I want, or something that I would want everyone to know, is that I am a cancer survivor.
Okay.
I am a cancer
Wow.
survivor, and that's something that I hadn't been able to articulate until now. I am a cancer survivor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Hey, congratulations to that. All glory to God also. And look, I didn't even know that. So,
I know, man. It's, something that's been tough or difficult to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Being so young, I was in my late 30s when I was diagnosed, but 3 years in remission. So I feel comfortable enough to say that my God is real. My God saved me, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. It makes sense why we're here in my church, man. That's why I say I have a story to tell that I want to get out to the people and encourage people, man, that God can do all things. I'm not here by coincidence. I'm here by design. God put this on my spirit before there was ever any cancer diagnosis. But, when God wants to get your attention, let's just say he will do it. And laying up in that hospital bed, just to give a little brief overview, I heard his voice loud and clear. And I said, God, if you save me, if you give me the opportunity to live my life, I will do what you have placed on my heart to do. Because everybody is a one of one. You are you, and there is nobody that is youer than you. And if you aren't being you, you are robbing the world of God's gift. So when I came out of that and dealt with all of the psychological trauma and beatdown that came from that, I got here into a place where I'm like, I will praise you, I will honor you, I will do what you have called me to do. You know what I'm saying? In my everyday life and in my spiritual life, which is what the word tells us he wants us to do, give him the glory, be a disciple.
Absolutely, dog. I definitely feel that, man.
Yeah.
And congrats to you, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
Shout out God always, because he'll
Appreciate you
definitely
letting
do
me
it for you.
share and be all vulnerable on camera. That's me being silly, y'all. I'm a jokester, man. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
Absolutely, man. And it's the real spiel, man. That's what I want people to do, man. I want to get a better insight for the person. I want us to joke around. Just have a good time. No tension. Just coolly, I'm never gonna put the person in a bad position.
Yeah.
And we just, have a good time. And now we got something to show your viewers, people who don't know you, they get a more in-depth feel for who DJ Velle Vell
no doubt.
is. So Last question that I have for you, bro. Well, actually, I got two questions for you, but the first one, I seen you post your upcoming tour. Cause you posted multiple events where people could see you at.
Yeah, correct.
So yeah, what's some of those? Could you just speak to some of the events that you got coming up?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'm glad, because a lot of times in the chaotic world of putting calendars and dates and gigs together, you forget to promote your own self. And I would love to promote the fact that me and my homeboy DJ Rose, we've been throwing these parties in Elgin at Danny's every other week in Elgin, and it's been so successful. The last one that we had turned out to be, man, just overwhelmingly successful, the all-white party. So shout out to him, shout out to DJ Rose, man. That's one of the DJs that I can say that kind of took me under his wing and kind of gave me some of the game. He had been out here a lot longer than I have, and he really showed me how to run plays out here, so I appreciate that. So yeah, that's probably the next one coming up, which is the following Saturday. I don't have the calendar in front of me, but we have those parties every other week in Elgin, Danny's Pizza, so look for that. That'll be getting posted and advertised on social media, and pretty soon on Eventbrite as well. Yeah.
Okay. Shout out Rose, man. Shout out Rose, cool dude. Also
Weedy Rose.
Thing.
Salute.
Also, man, hey, you've been doing the joints down at Navy Pier too, haven't you?
Oh yeah. That's something that I kind of cultivated on my own. Got to shout out my old man. God bless the dead. With that business acumen, man, I went down there. You know what I'm saying? With the $100 mouthpiece, and talked my way into a situation. And before I knew it, I was signing a contract, a subcontractor for City Cruises, man. So I go on there and, man, quick testimony of God, where I talked to the entertainment manager, and he just liked my vibe, my energy, and he told me that he wanted me to kind of head things out with being over the elite ships where they do or advertise and entertain their high-end clients. So yeah, that's a new business venture that I just kind of got into, and man, another testament to my God opening doors that I just never thought I would see myself walking through. So yeah, you guys could look for the content coming from there, and even tap in with me. Maybe if I like you, I work in a play where I get you in there with your old lady and let you do your 1-2 on the Odyssey boat for sure.
Oh hey man, if y'all ever on that Odyssey, man, y'all be on the lookout for my man's Velle Vell.
Yes sir.
Man. Say what
yes
up
sir.
to him.
Navy Pier, man. I know a lot of y'all gonna be coming out. Fireworks on Wednesdays and Saturdays, I believe it is. So I will be working every single Wednesday at Navy Pier, at least until the summer is over. If you guys don't tap in with me and start locking in some of those dates, I will definitely be at Navy Pier cruising, man, on the boats providing the vibes.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Always, bro. Last question.
All right.
Where can people find you, dog, and connect with you?
Man, you can connect with me first and foremost on Instagram. It's probably the easiest and the fastest way to tap in with me. And the link is DJ_Velle, VELLE _Vell, VELL. Yeah, I think I never look at it, forget how to spell it, but DJ Velle Vell at Instagram and all social handles. Yeah, it'll be DJ Velle Vell.
I bet, bro.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Vell, man, I ain't gonna keep you no longer, dog.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for taking the time out with us. We gonna have to run this back soon, man.
You better know it.
But hey, all glory to God. We in a holy place right now, man.
For sure.
Hey, until next time, my guy. Appreciate you.
Next time. Yes, for sure.
Yes, sir.